What's going on, guys? So today I have an EDC update. If you're new to these videos, EDC stands for Everyday Carry, and the point of the videos are basically to show the gear and the tools that I carry every day. Some things get used pretty much daily, other things are just there in case you ever need them, right? It's good to be prepared. So I'm gonna jump right into it. There are a bunch of changes from last month. The first thing is I got glasses, if you didn't see that video. So yeah, I just got a pair of glasses. I'm not wearing them all the time. They're just supposed to be for driving. They're comfortable on my head, but I'm still getting used to it. A couple weeks later, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like it. When I put them on like 20 minutes before I get into the car driving, because there's like this transition phase where things are kind of like fuzzy and all around the edges of my vision are just kind of, I don't know, a little blurry and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm still transitioning. Maybe the muscles in my eyes have to get used to focusing. Who knows? But still kind of using those when I'm driving to get used to them. So moving on to the phone. I finally got an upgraded phone. This is an iPhone 6S. All right, I used to have the 5S, so I got my wife's hand-me-down because she got a new phone. And I love it. There is a huge story. It's actually a really long story. I'm not going to bore you with it. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. But this phone used to have the OtterBox on it, which is totally fine. It's what I use on my old phone. But it's just really big and chunky and stuff, and I wanted something that was leather to match my other gear. And I thought it was a 6 Plus, right? 6S Plus. Because I don't know much about phones, and apparently the 6S Plus is way bigger. So I first ordered a case. I was actually watching it on eBay. I wanted an original, Apple case for one of these, and I got the wrong size, and I was able to, get a refund, which was nice. And I finally picked out another one, but I specifically wanted a case. It was, I forget the name of it, but it was a different color brown. Because what I wanted was more of like an orangey natural brown, so that it could, basically match this gear identically. And it turned out it was a different color when it arrived, but I've gone through such a process trying to get the case. I said, you know what, forget it. I'll keep this one. And already carrying, using it for the last 2 or 3 weeks, whatever, it's starting to break in and look good and kind of wear. So although it's not a direct match or anything, I'm fine with it. It's whatever. So that's the, there was a much longer version of that story, but that's the, basically what it sums down to is it's not the color I wanted, but it's totally fine. It works fine. It is definitely weird. In holding this, it's way slimmer, and it's a little bit slicker, so I just have to be careful, obviously not to drop it, because the OtterBox was a better case for that purpose. But anyway, besides that, talking about the leather, same old wallet. This is the Saddleback leather trifold wallet, and I don't think they make this particular model anymore, but I do highly recommend Saddleback leather. It's a little bit more costly, but it is really awesome quality, so very happy with that. Then, of course, the Hitch Timber 2.0. I've had this for a while now. Absolutely love it. Can't go back. I mean, I've said this in the last couple of EDC videos since having it is just, once getting a pocket organizer like this, it makes me carry these other things because the lighter, a flashlight I always had, it doesn't matter if it was big or small. I always had a flashlight on me anyway, but the lighter and the pen are something that I never really carried consistently. And ever since getting this, I have this on every single day. So I always have a writing instrument and I always have a flame if needed. I am kind of thinking about a different lighter. This one is the Vector. I talked about this multiple times. I have a separate video on this, the Vector Summit, and it's got a torch flame. So I kind of want to find something with a soft flame. I think I just prefer that a little bit more, but I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of hard finding something that just fits this perfectly, but that happens to work out very nicely. So that's been the extra gear. Besides that, as far as firearm, still Glock 19 Gen 3. Nothing wrong with it. I absolutely love this gun. I have other guns I've kind of tinkered with back and forth and what I should carry, and I thought about getting a new gun, but I'm a Glock fan. I really am. It's very simple. I have the most trigger time on that gun than any other gun I've ever had. Ever since getting it, I just went, I practiced as much as possible, put as much lead down range as I possibly can. And also I have the advantage of being able to shoot on private property, so I'm able to draw and shoot all the weird stuff, shoot from a prone position and sitting and squatting and all the dangerous crap they don't let you do at the range. So it's a nice bonus. But I am extremely comfortable with this particular firearm, so that's what I'm still carrying. And occasionally, because now it's getting hotter out, if I'm wearing shorts or lighter gear and stuff, I might still swap back and forth to the Keltec, the P3AT. Now the thing with that gun is I don't have the same confidence I have and when I carry this, but it's just so small, it's like ridiculous. It's like I don't even have it on me. As far as reliability, it's like I'd say a 9 out of 10. In racking the first round, sometimes it gets hung up still even after I polished it. But once that round's in there, flawless. I've never had any kind of malfunctions once the first round's in there. It's just in racking it, it'll hang up just a tiny bit. You just gotta tap that slide. But obviously, in a hot situation, it becomes an issue. So I do prefer carrying the Glock still. As far as the keys, pretty much the same as last time, couple odds and ends. The little pill holder, which always keeps some Motrin in there, handcuff key, got the clip, so I can keep it on the belt loop. little spare Olight flashlight, which actually gets used probably as much as my other one because it's on the keys and the keys are clipped to my pants. It's just easy to just, you know, unclip them and I know it's right there as opposed to dipping in the pocket. But it's nice to have a backup as well in case the battery dies on either one of them. And obviously you see I have a little bit of a green thing going on with the key ring, you know, identifier, I guess you'd say. And unfortunately, my Ninja Turtle lost his bandana. So now you don't know which one it is. But I do love it. Just simple keys. I mean, what happens with me is I always minimize my keys and I'll take everything off so it's nice and light and simple. And then one after another, things end up back on it. So I'm gonna have to go through that process again. The next EDC update, you'll see it'll probably be slimmed down again to things I actually use, you know? Because I don't want big, chunky, bulky keys. It's not really good for the ignition, you know, the cylinder in the car, being heavy like that, but also just, you know, clanking around. The less stuff on there, the better. But you know me, I'm a gearhead, so I happen to love to put stuff on there. Now we can get into the blades, because there are some mysterious blades here. First one on the left is the Cold Steel Grik, all right? Love this knife, very, very interesting, very unique. Got this in a trade from someone. Been using it for probably 2 months, in and around, something like that. We'll definitely do a review on that. It is pretty innovative if you've never seen the knife before. We'll talk more about that in the future. And then lately, I've had this Will Moon Custom. This thing is really interesting. Don't want to go into detail because I am 100% definitely going to do a review on this one. So stay tuned for that in the future. Next, we have that Real Steel Battle Box neck knife, which is pretty interesting. But if you noticed, I put the clip on there, which also came in the Battle Box. I've been not carrying this around the neck. I've been carrying this as a fixed blade in the pocket. So this is dipped down in the pocket with a pocket clip. So when I want to use it, to pull it out, take it out of the sheath, which is not a huge deal. It's just now that I have the sheath, I have to kind of swap hands and clip this back to the pocket while I'm using it. If I'm doing a quick cut, I'll just leave it in my hand, you know, but if I'm actually doing some work with it, that's what I end up doing. So a little inconvenient with that, but I do love the idea of a little fixed blade in the pocket, which I don't do very, very often at all. So yeah, might do a review, not 100% sure on that yet. So I saved this guy for last. This is the knife that I was teasing everyone with in the other video, asking if anyone knew anything about it. And very, very few people know about it. There's probably only 3 people that know about it besides me. But now you'll all know this is my latest design. So I fully designed this knife to be exactly what I wanted in a small/medium fixed blade. The idea behind it is it's going to be available as a neck knife because I think there's a lacking market for larger neck knives, but clearly this is going to be too big for some people's preference around the neck. Plus, not everyone's into neck knives, so I also wanted to, you know, have it to be available as an EDC fixed blade. All right, so I wanted to keep it small enough for that, but you know, large enough to do a lot of different cutting tasks. So I'm not going to go into too much detail right now. I'm still working on different options. This is the G10 version. There will also be a carbon fiber version. But you guys will definitely see a video as soon as more information is available. Like I said, still testing it out myself, but I'm loving it. Obviously, you know, I designed the thing, so of course I do like it. But that's a little sneak preview. So stay tuned for more information on that as far as availability and pricing and all the details, but it'll be a review. Just like I did the first time, I'll do an actual review on the knife. And then of course, if you guys are interested, I'll tell you how to get one. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love the hobbies. It's such a vast thing. And when I say gear, it really is such a vague statement. You know, gear could mean you're a gun guy. Gear could mean you like the knives. Maybe you're here to see the lighters. Maybe you just like tech. Maybe you're just curious what phone I got. But for whatever reason you clicked on the video, I thank you very much for it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.